them.
Yes, 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 yes. I have my man. Is it Keraket? Keraket.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's
What is
it's the
it?
nickname I used to have in World of Warcraft.
Oh, and this guy is a duels machine. Second place in duels, 5,000 something rank, right? And he wants to give away, which I think was second overall in duels. And he wants to give away some greater crystals, okay, to the community. Especially, he specifically said people that were rugged bad in some summons, or I also do have my wheel still. So I still need to do a giveaway of heroes. I just I hit a brick wall a little bit, realizing how broke I'm getting fast and how I got to be careful. Um, and so I just haven't made up my mind on what I want to do with it, but that's still coming. I haven't forgotten, and I still have my wheel right here, baby, with a bunch of people, and I'm sure I need to add lots of people. Also, we're going to talk strategy, okay, with duels, because we got the duel master in the house, baby, and also strategy, updated strategy. Real quick, I had talked about in my video on Saturday. Was it Saturday? I think Saturday. I did a video, and I was thinking that Jade would pump, and we were right. I thought it would maybe pump a little more than it did, actually, because of the raffles for the Gen Zeros and things. And so I thought, and I also thought because of the multiple 1,000% APRs that it would stay pumped. I was expecting a dump, right? But it was like within 24 hours of that video, we went from like 38 or 36 cents all the way down for a minute below 20 cents. So I couldn't believe it got down like below 25 cents when the APR pools were still at that time 8,000% interest or so, okay, with some of the Jade pools. So when I saw it dip under 20 cents just for a hot minute, I actually dug a little deeper to buy some more to go heavier in the pools, because I was like, nah, this is too oversold too quick. And that so far has worked out, because today we've been seeing pump back up. So now, but because it's already dumped so hard, my kind of updated strategy is I'll probably keep it in there as long as the pools stay high. But for a little bit longer. I still don't have a ton of Jade. It's mostly Jewel and Avalanche Jewel and Bitcoin Jewel and Ethereum Jewel and Clay token and Jewel and USDT are where I'm heaviest in the pools, which I still want to ask the team about this O version, this Orbit version of the tokens, how legit that is. Not sure. I know Avalanche and Clayton, you're good. Those are your two safest tokens probably on that blockchain within the game. And so, so what is your strategy first before we get to duels? Keraket, baby, what are you doing with the pools, with liquidity, with the jeweler? What are you up to and all that?
Yeah. So I am in some of the pools, not in the Jade pools though, only Jewel, Clay, and
Okay, you
Jewel
were smart.
B2C.
You stayed out of Jade. That was probably the smart ones did that. The degens wanted to get that APR, baby. I love it.
Yeah, and I'm still in those pools, and I will probably stay for a
Yeah.
while. I don't have a ton of liquidity in there, but it's enough to gain some
Mm-hmm.
APR, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And otherwise, I just try to stack on Jewel. Also
Yeah, baby.
Crystal actually right now. I
Yep.
stacked quite a bit just because it's so cheap, and I
It's so
definitely
cheap.
don't want to sell right now into Jewel or anything else.
Yep.
So I
So
just keep what I
do
have in
you think
Crystal.
we hit a bottom yet on Crystal, or how low do you think it could go?
It's super hard to tell. I don't feel like Crystal can go much lower, to be honest,
right?
but of course, I don't know.
Yeah. See, I think, okay, because of the summoning in the contest and everything with the raffles, we've got that for another good 3+ weeks. We've got that till January the
Yeah,
7th, something like that. Now, I think Jewel is about to pump. So I'm going to try and scrounge up a little bit more cash and put it and buy some Jewel, because before December 21st, that's the snapshot for the Gen Zero 100 Gen Zero raffle. December 21st. For Jewel, for S Jewel, Serendale Jewel, Jeweler. Are you doing that at all? How much of
absolutely. I don't know yet how much Jewel I'm gonna put in, but I'm will be in for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I don't know right now is that since today, at least for me, it will be today, sometime the next dual season will start, and from what I understood, it will start on Crystalvale only, which makes me think that actually Crystal might see a little bit of a pump when duels come back only on Crystalvale for now. But I'm not
Oh,
sure about that. But that's what
yeah.
I understood.
Yeah. There is also some alpha dropped tonight. Boxside Chats, baby. They had a stream dropping some alpha on Fight Club, which I think works similarly with Crystal and with the duels does. And so that it's gonna be a great time for duels. It's a great time already for Fight Club raffles, which I've been meaning to do, but this is busy. Another thing right now. This is busy for me because I can't figure out how to get the helper bot to work. And I'm sure it's the user on Serendale.
I can
And
absolutely help you there.
okay, what
I,
it's I'm sure it's the user. What am I doing wrong here? Do you put the region here for Serendale?
yeah, you have to put the region to Serendale, and in your advanced tab, you have to make sure that in both realms the bridging is enabled. So if you
Okay,
go
in the
to your
advanced
advanced tab,
region
yeah, here. So you have to
right there.
enable the regions, both of them, and then you have to auto bridge from. This has also to be enabled, right? The next row below region enabled,
Okay, okay, and that
and on
won't
both
break
sides.
my heroes, will it?
Yes, and also you have to enable it for Crystalvale. Um, so
Okay,
whenever
well,
you
but if
change
I
it
don't want to
from
bridge my
Crystalvale
heroes,
to Serendale, yeah, if you don't
okay,
want to bridge them, then leave it
okay,
blank.
it's just like not working at all on Serendale. I've got 3 heroes there just to test, and it wasn't questing them.
Yeah, then
And
that was because region was not enabled.
got it. That's it right there. Thank you. You are the man.
You're welcome.
So I'm gonna have I talked to Zellies. I think we're both just so busy. It's like
Yeah, he's
Zellies
super
is like
busy.
family to me. Zellies, I connected with him so well in Miami, and his wife. They're just the bomb. And so I can't wait to talk more about this and all the things that Helper can do, which is right now a game changer, because you're not going to want to do a ton of questing on Serendale right now because the gas fees are crazy. I mean,
Yes.
they're even worse than what I thought. I know they're working on that, so I think it'll get better. But you definitely want your foragers over there getting the Swift Thistle, because it went all the way up to 1 jewel. One Swift Thistle was 1 jewel. Now it's more like 0.86 or something jewel.
Mm,
That's still awesome. So
absolutely.
getting that Swift Thistle. So foragers, and I don't know how long that's gonna stay. And even my high level, awesome bomb beast foragers, it's just hard to get Swift Thistle. A lot of times I'm not getting it. I did have,
Yeah.
a hero get 2 in one quest today, but a lot of times I'll have all 6 of my heroes strike out on Swift Thistle. It's like, and so I'm just manually doing all that. I definitely have gardeners for every single pool that I'm in. I've got 6 gardeners, and you do 2 at a time. Boom. And so I'm manually questing all that on like 4 different wallets and then when I compound, okay, here's soon what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy up a bunch of Jewel and have it sitting there waiting. And then what I'm going to start doing here real soon is all the Jade rewards that I'm getting, I'm just going to sell immediately the Jade, okay, into USDT, and probably keep going into that Jewel USDT pool, but still have a bag of Jewel on the side that I'm going to put some into some of the jewelers. But so not for me right now, it's 12:30 p.m. or a.m. Wednesday morning. I guess for you it's Wednesday morning at 7:30. And so
Yes.
So not today at 4 p.m., but tomorrow at 4 p.m. The rewards will be dropped. I think the drop rates for the rewards of Jade will go down something like 25%, but also the unlock rate will go from 95% locked to 93% locked. And probably what a bunch of people are doing, some people, and especially starting around now, they're going to stop claiming the rewards until right at 4 o'clock and dump the Jade. So like as soon as that 4 o'clock my time, 4 p.m. I think Central Time, could be 5 p.m., but I think it's 4 p.m. on Thursday. For me, it'll immediately that. And so when you claim, you're going to get more Jewel. So if you want to wait to claim, that's not a terrible idea at this point, and wait a day and a half from now, or just keep claiming because you get a head start. And then probably what a lot of people will do is dump that right into Jewel. It has been my guess. And also leading up to the 21st of January, people are going to start dumping their Jade into Jewel is my guess. And then put that Jewel into the jeweler for the raffles, which I'm going to do some of. But with Jade already dumping so hard, I'm thinking, I don't know how much I'm going to cash out like tomorrow for me, Wednesday, which it's early Wednesday. It's just past midnight on Wednesday right now. So tomorrow when I wake up, I might start cashing some of that Jade out of my pools, but the interest is still high. It's like wowzers, right? And look at how much locked Jade I got. This is not a ton of money I have in here. 21,000 so far. Locked Jade. That's just on this account. And then I've got on 2 other accounts something around 10,000 locked Jade. And then on another account something like 5,000 locked Jade. So I'm already up over, like, I'm getting real close to 50,000 locked Jade, which is like mission accomplished. That was part of my goal. And then you can always be mining that and getting that. We got Born to Die. Okay. I love this. Born to Die, such a legend, man. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, especially if Jade is probably not going to dump too hard though, right? Because as it dumped, we saw more summoning. So it can only dump so low because the lower it goes, the more people are going to be buying it to summon for the raffles. So that's going to keep it up. And that's what I think kind of what we saw today, besides Bitcoin and the whole market kind of pumping a little bit today. I think as it's dumped down, people are buying some to summon. What do you think on that? Are you doing any summoning?
Yeah, I already did a few, but not many.
Not a
Of
ton
course,
either. I'm not doing
I
a ton.
basically started when, yeah, I just did a few summons when it hit like 22
Yeah,
cents.
I've only been summoning my cheap Gen Zeros that I've been re-rolling mostly. And maybe if I find like a real good pair, but I'm having trouble. I always have trouble renting stuff out. It just doesn't rent out. It's killing me. Yeah, the pools
Okay.
are still awesome. And I can't ever rent out my Gen Zeros. It'll take days. I'm just sitting there wasting the time. You know, and then it's just hard to sell. So that's another reason why DFK Helper is so nice, is that if you want to rent out the summons, but you just can't, you can always just summon the hero and then put him on auto sell. He'll quest and also be listed on the tavern for you. That's another big game changer with DFK Helper. Okay. So
yeah, and actually I really use it a lot for auto rent because I have like
auto rent.
800 heroes in DFK Helper, and
Yes.
yeah, it's a great way to have your summons going.
Okay. So with DFK Helper, with your 800 heroes, how the heck did you manage getting all those in here? Did you have like a trick, or did you just do them all one at a time? Boom, boom, boom.
So the easiest way I think is to go to DFK Analytics and just export the heroes that you want to have in there. Like for me, I just exported the whole wallet,
Okay.
and then it was basically copy and paste and then some layout things that I had to do to
Like
make
as
it
far
look
as,
nice.
because you have it auto level, right? And then
Yes.
but the problem here is that you don't know, you have the hero number, but you don't know which hero it is. So you still kind of have to like love on each individual hero.
Yes, it
And
depends, of course.
mhm,
If you want to have all the stats laid out for each
right.
hero individually, then it's going to be a little bit more complicated. I didn't do that. I did use these, predefined auto level settings that they have in the
Oh,
advanced tab.
or like did they already have set up for like a forager
Yeah,
or
if you just leave it
whatever?
empty, then they will just, for example, use, the profession stat and then the highest growth stats for
Okay.
the
Yeah.
secondary ones. Or yeah, there are different options. I think 3 different options.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, the Jade USDT pool is still over 5,000%, which is like nuts. Okay. That was the highest that most people were predicting it would be from the get-go. I thought it would be higher for a minute, but I didn't necessarily anticipate it like that first day. It was over 20,000%, but it's still over 5,000%. And so even if that stuff's dumping, but it's already dumped. So I kind of missed it. So that's where I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to probably stay in there. But I'm also interested on better Gen Zero matches. So anybody out there that has lots of Gen Zeros, like I've been wanting to hit up Ogre and some different people and look at possible pairs that we could possibly trade for. Like I just did a trade with Three Wolves, baby. It didn't benefit me, but it really benefited me because he just hooked me up. But I had a legendary Knight Gen Zero that was like a really good match for one of his Gen Zeros, or he actually did it, I think, for, was it Ben Force or Ben Friend? So he like found, because Benfriend, I think it was Benfriend, had a perfect match for him. And Benfriend said, find me a perfect match. And he did. And it was mine. And so he made it work by hooking me up with like legendary Dark Knight and an uncommon Dread Knight or a mythic Dark Knight and a legendary warrior. He hooked me up and 1,000 crystal. Like I got, And then he gave me a Gen Zero Berserker. Now, here's another thought too, is that Seers, Berserkers, Scholars, and Legionnaires that are foragers, the value of those went up in my mind as soon as we realized how jacked the Spellbow Forager is. So getting a Spellbow Forager, baby. How about that? Did you see those stats?
Yeah, awesome.
It is
I
like,
love the decks.
oh my goodness. It's like, wowzers, there's not a hero that touches him with a 10-foot pole in the game on that. So let's see, expert. What's going on here with my screen? Am I like too zoomed in? Oh, did he not update it here? I've got it on my phone. I guess this isn't updated. Huh. He didn't add him in here? Guess not. But I think what is he on Dex? 90? 90 on Dex? And then
Yes.
85 intelligence. So that's 175. Okay. So it blows away even a Dread Knight and Paladin Miner as far as total stats for any one profession. Pretty phenomenal there. Even though Berserkers, Seers, Legionnaires, and Scholars aren't great foragers. None of them are horrible foragers, I don't think. And then even the Shapeshifter and the Bard are not great foragers either, but they're okay foragers still. That is so interesting. Oh yeah. So that was like, oh, because the Berserker that I got from Three Wolves is a forager. And I was like, because you always think you want a fisher or a miner because the Shapeshifter is a really good fisher and miner. But now it's like, wait a second, having a forager Gen Zero in that tree is going to be A-okay now because of that Spellbow potential is what we're going for. And also Spellbow's a solid fisher and gardener, I think, not the best miner, if I remember right. Okay. So let's talk about duels now. We got to get you on Fight Club because Fight Club, especially these tournaments that just ended tonight, baby. Shout out to Aphex in the house right here, baby. My man, Tad. Yeah, Tad, I think, is Aphex. And he won the Baby Cup. And shout out again to Pouring and Bob the Great, or Bob. Bob Nothing, I think. Pouring took him down. And then Aphex went up against Bob the Great, maybe? I think so. Epic matches, Boxside chats, epic alpha being dropped. But this man, Keraket, in the house, is number 2 in the entire game, both preseason and season 1 for duels. We're talking 5,000 plus was his ranking or whatever. Number 2.
Yeah, it was. So season 0, I was not exactly number 2. I was in the top 10. But for season 1, yeah, I was number 2 for Wars, right behind Shock.
Okay.
And yeah, I had like 5,500 duels.
Who are you right behind on Wars?
Right behind Shock Velo, you know, the guy with the ton of mythic Dread Knights, legendary Dread Knights, level 20.
Or Lord Baka or King Baka, isn't he always in there big time?
He's usually always also doing very well. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe they're even the same person. I don't think so. But
okay. Yo, Mosh, I'm gonna get on with Mosh, baby, and I think Ben Friend tomorrow. I think tomorrow, right? Maybe or Thursday. Maybe it was Thursday, and we're gonna talk about a big brain idea for contests to get those back in. That's exciting. So, okay, Yeah, so the Lord Baka or King Baka, I think is like king in the game as far as how much money he's got in the game, how many heroes he has, like liquidity, all of it. And I remember competing with him in the contest. What is your in-game name? Is it Keraket?
It's Zen Attitude, actually. I have different wallets, but this is my main wallet.
Okay, Zen Attitude. And you must have some monster heroes. Do you have like some level 20 Dread Knights or something to compete in those
Absolutely
duels?
not.
How do you compete
Absolutely
in those
not.
duels? How do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, in season one, it was really, I mean, the matchmaking was a bit off, right? You were able to do great with low-level heroes as long as they had a very high total stat or stat growth compared to others in that level range.
Yeah.
And then, of
Oh,
course, in wars,
was part of the strategy this season was not to necessarily use mega heroes, but use lower leveled heroes, and then you face other people's lower level heroes. Was that part of it?
exactly.
Oh,
And
so
I mean, yeah, I mean, for me, it was mostly between level 5 and 7, but I have adjusted my team, I don't know, 200 times.
right.
Um,
To get to a level like that, man, crazy.
yeah,
Um,
and it was but the mechanic of the matchmaking was really not very good, but it was just easy to basically abuse it, um, to be super honest, because you were able to match against the same ghost opponent
right.
many
Over and
times.
over. Like if I did
And
it in the middle of the night, I would go against the same team and win a 0 in a row. And I went from like 0 to almost 1,500 in like a day.
yeah,
But then I think he made an adjustment. That was right when he kicked it off. And then he kind of made an adjustment, and I started losing quite a bit, and I stopped.
hmm,
Crystal was also pumping at the time. I remember because of the Gen Zero raffles and stuff. So I stopped playing duels altogether. But now's going to be a great time to get back into duels and the Fight Club, right? So what Chris and Peter said
yeah.
here, we're going to get to this in a second. Okay, keep going. So isn't Frisky Fox going to make a change on duels for season 2 on that to where that
Yeah, I
necessary?
mean, they mentioned that, so I'm pretty sure they will make changes, and I'm pretty sure it will be better again. And of course, there will be again ways to somehow, have some advantages if you know how the matchmaking works. But yeah, I'm sure they're working on improving that system, which is great, and that's also the reason, why I don't feel too bad making lots of tickets through these tools, because it should also help them, right, to improve the system. And I
Yeah.
literally burned like 8 to 10k of crystal just through duels.
Yes. Oh man. No, we burned way more than that in season 1. I would like to see how much crystal was burned because 50% of all the crystal gets burned in duels. In
Yeah,
duels.
it's great. I love it. I
So
really love it.
that's one bullish thing about the tokenomic change that they did. It used to be in the past, okay, when it was Jewel, like all the summoning, the leveling fees, 1% was burned. Now, 5% of the crystal and jade is burned from summoning and leveling. Okay, but a weird thing also that happens is that I think 30% of that summoning fee and leveling fee goes to the jeweler. Well, how does it go to the jeweler and jewel? They take the jade and crystal and sell it into jewel. Uh, so that's bullish for jewel and less bullish for crystal and jade. But we've got way more crystal and jade being burned, which is interesting. And also with duels, it's 50% is actually burned. So duels, and I'm not sure how Fight Club, I don't think that's the case with Fight Club necessarily, wonder how that is, but it is very good for the ecosystem when lots of duels are happening. Now, did you find that the raffle tickets were profitable? Like, was it worth it? Because I found it
Yes.
hard to justify the raffles, but if you have to go, you have to know what you're doing with the raffles. Do you use Helper to do the auto raffles or something?
Yeah, I did that as well, but just with a very limited amount of raffle tickets for that. I went mostly very hard into the greater crystals and the medium stones
Yeah,
raffles, and I've won many of them.
yeah.
So
No,
usually I
I
had like 20
from you.
plus
Didn't I
percent.
buy a couple from you one time? I think, right?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, probably.
I think so. I forget.
So
Maybe it wasn't you. Okay, keep going.
yeah, my goal usually was to have at least 20% of the whole ticket pool for these raffles, and that worked out pretty well. I mean, I had to put in like 150 to 200,000 of tickets for
Right.
such a raffle then. But yeah, sometimes I won twice. You know, it happened twice also that I didn't win anything. I didn't win
Okay.
anything, so that's obviously a rock. But ultimately, I did like a rough calculation, and I actually made profit from the raffles,
You did.
despite
So
burning so much crystal.
okay. So it cost 10 crystal. You spent 10 crystal to do a war, and then you would win 1,600 tickets if you won. What was your win percentage in those?
84, 85%, I think.
Ooh, that's really
Um, yeah, but
okay.
actually, I did mostly one crystal duels
Oh,
because
you did.
otherwise, yeah, because of the rank, because I hit 20,000 score points in war duels, right? So to
Oh,
to achieve that, I couldn't do it with 10 crystals. That would
I
be
see. So you're able to. So and you were auto dueling with Helper.
yes,
Oh,
exactly. I was auto dueling with Helper, constantly adjusting the team, observing. There were even people, who have built teams just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it was Shock himself to make sure I cannot catch him because he was sometimes creating teams that would match against my team from an average level point of view, and then it would be harder to me to have the same win rate, and then I had to adjust again. It was pretty interesting.
okay.
Um, yeah, and of course, I just made profit from the raffles now with these dual rewards, which I was actually surprised by that they are, that crazy with the greater stones and such. Um, yeah, of course, it's absolutely profitable now because these only the stones, like 4 packs of greater stones. If they give away again 9 stones per pack, including the chaos stone, this is 36 greater stones, and like the floor for greater stones is, I don't know, 350 crystal or so.
Is
So
that what
this is
somebody
just
will
crazy.
actually pay? Where do you sell those on XEarn?
No, I usually sell them OTC. I don't like X earn so much. I mean, it's great for the community, but yeah, it's you wait and you don't know if it's gonna sell, and prices fluctuate so much every day that it doesn't really make sense to have something listed there and like in a few hours it's another pricing. So I usually do it in Degen Dungeon in the Discord via OTC.
Oh, okay. So you just find a buyer in there. You
Yeah,
just
there are always people who
hey,
buy
I've got
actually.
stones or crystals. That's
Yeah,
how you do
it's
it.
never an issue to find buyers. So I highly recommend people who want to sell stuff like this to use Discord as well, Degen Dungeon, because the people who are interested in this kind of stuff are usually in that channel.
Really? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I'm in that channel, but I'm never in there. I think let's see.
Yeah, for me, it's like I'm in there daily.
Agent
Um,
Heroes, is it this one? No? Or,
you have to scroll down in,
or just in the
sorry, it's
regular.
Degen Dungeon. It's Degen Dungeon. You have to scroll down in the regular DFK Discord, yeah, all the way down, and then it's the last
Oh, so
channel here.
it's
Yeah,
in
there
here.
you go.
So you come in here and you talk. You just chat.
Yeah,
Okay.
people are selling their stuff there, And I also bought, several times I bought heroes in bulk there, also through OTC, which is great because you don't have the fee. So it's great for the buyer and the seller. And so far, I've made hundreds of trades and I never got rocked. There was no one, cheating or anything. I only had made great experiences with all of them. So the trust level is really high from my perspective, which is great. And,
Okay.
I traded $1,000 for floor heroes and I paid it up front and it was no issue. This is really awesome. So that's something I really love about this community, that you can just trust the people. Not something I would just recommend to everyone. It's always good maybe to figure out if this person has had trades with other people before. You can also always ask in Degen Dungeon if anyone has experience trading with a specific person. But yeah, in general, it's great.
Okay, so that's cool to know. All right, we got to get you into Fight Club, baby. Especially, do you have any super mega jacked heroes or no?
I mean, it depends. I don't have any level 20 heroes. I have like level 13 to 15 in that range.
Okay.
I have a few. But no Dread Knights in that range. Only like, basic and advanced classes. But
Okay.
mythic and legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Man,
we
I'm
will see.
loving
Right now,
Yeah.
I'm very, uncertain because the whole PvP system seems to be super complex. And I really think that as they mentioned yesterday in the AMA, that you can absolutely win everything with just basic heroes if you use them right, So
Yeah.
I
Right.
right now, I don't feel like buying another, rare Dread Knight or mythic Dread Knight. I don't really
Right.
care because I think it's not necessary. Still, I'm sure there are some advantages to owning these heroes.
Yeah. It definitely will be better, but they want to not make them overly too much better, not necessarily. And in some cases, having those basic heroes, like when it's paired with the team correctly, it's all strategy and you got to be good at the game. That was one of my biggest takeaways. So now we're segueing into the alpha dropped central AMA that I watched 4 times back to back to back. I watched it live and then over and over and over. I'm loving all this. Yeah, Born to Die, baby. I'm getting him on the channel, and Kristen Peter, baby. So okay, I'm so rabbit trail all over the place. So some of the big alpha drops, all right, was what you just said, was that all heroes are good for this game. And just because you might not have as good of heroes doesn't mean you can't win. It's more based on skill. So the biggest takeaway is he wanted to emphasize workhorse, baby. I can't wait to get him on the channel. His biggest emphasis was it's all about skill. It's not just, even if you buy the best heroes in the game, doesn't mean you're going to be good at the game. That's interesting. Another couple big takeaways is like you said, even he said on the abilities, the basic abilities are still going to be really good. The basic abilities of heroes. Now, of course, if you have a transcendent and elites and advanced, it's better, just like I would say with the hero class. But especially like a transcendent is probably going to be pretty OP. But it doesn't mean you can't win with basic abilities either. So that was interesting. Another big alpha thing that was like interesting, I wasn't expecting for combat to help our XP. But not only is combat going to help our XP, but combat, Hubert said something, don't quote me exactly, but something along the lines of, it will be by far more XP gained from combat than even from profession 10 level questing. Did you catch that in there?
Yeah, yeah. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
I'm constantly thinking about these abilities because I really think that with the right combination of abilities and hero class and subclass, you will be able to do a lot. Like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to see the first few, metas that we see of combinations that will work best. I really can't wait to experience all of that.
Yeah, and B, you're right. You're definitely right. So two equally highly skilled players of the game. One has better heroes than the other. The guy with the better hero is going to win. So no question there.
Sure.
But it's
Yeah,
cool
I
to
agree.
hear. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. So the abilities are going to be huge, having advanced, elite, and especially transcendent. Or especially elite and transcendent. And same with heroes, like having your spell bows, dragoons, sages, and dread knights are going to definitely be better than your basic heroes. Like, no question about it. So, in advanced will be better than basic. But the way we piece our teams together, that'll all be interesting. It's so exciting. So much happening in the game. It's so phenomenal. It just Workhorse, there's a lot of pressure on him, Can you imagine? There's like all the weight of the world as far as inside the DeFi Kingdoms world is on his shoulders. Like basically the success of the game, the whole success of the entire project is largely weighing on his shoulders, Hubert's shoulders. And so, we got to remember to give these guys love and grace. Okay. And the worst thing that sometimes can happen is we get our hopes up too much. We're like, maybe our hopes were a little too high. But from everything I can see, these guys are phenomenal, high level, like amongst the highest leveled game developers developing this game. From what I can tell, I don't know who's better. I don't even know if the top gaming companies would actually do a better job than what they're doing. So from everything I can tell, and someone also mentioned, they said art is last, right? Art is last. So when they start working on art, that means it's coming. Well, they're working on the art. That was a lot of it. They're working on the art. Like second best dad is in the house. So it just seems like, and there's so much unfolding right now in the game. Profession 10 level quests coming right around the corner, and pets coming right in these level ups, in-game level ups from C Jewel and S Jewel, right around. That's coming first before anything. Maybe within a week or two. I think from what Hubert said on my channel, real soon. Any other thoughts on what they shared, on what they talked about, baby?
I mean, I assumed that it's going to be a rather complex PvP system, but I still was surprised by the complexity in the end. I didn't expect to have like such a depth.
Yeah, big brains
into that. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with what I saw. For me, it's like every day I can't wait to get more news, more alpha, more information.
I know, right? It's so fun.
I'm really in a hamster wheel, getting all this information, running for it.
I could not be any more bullish. Like every day, it seems like I get more and more bullish on this game. No kidding. And the project and the token of Jewel, especially. And still bullish on Crystal and Jade. I'm wondering how much so the jeweler, we're getting that interest. I'm wondering, you know, a lot of that comes from the DEX trading fees as well, but from the summoning, which there's not a ton of summoning happening yet. Like, and so what happens in the summoning is, I think it's like 30% of that jewel or crystal is sold into jewel, and jade is sold into jewel. So I wonder how much that's hurting the price of crystal and jade. So I was thinking about that earlier too. But yes, and when we got guys like Born to Die in the house, I mean, he's like the ultimate GOAT dev, and always and forever secretly in my heart. even though, I mean, it's like hard to compare. I love this. So what happened with Keraket is that he's like, hey, I appreciate what you're doing for the community, for DeFi Kingdoms. I want to give away some greater crystals. Okay.
Yes. So the idea is to give something to the people who were rocked through summoning or whatever. So we want to see your worst rocks that you've experienced, and I will give away some greater crystals to those people.
Okay. So if someone, now anyone who's doing a whole bunch of summoning, obviously you're going to get rugged, you know, like when I did 300 summons in 5 days, which I wish I would have done that during the I did that like 3 or 4 weeks before the Gen Zero raffles. You know, I probably got rugged 100 times at least, but then I also smashed some, you know, had some great ones. So, oh yeah, B, Born to Die, he's coming on the show hella soon, baby. He hit me up this week saying, okay, I think I'm ready to get on. We just haven't set a date yet. So what parameters do you want to put in place? Because I know, like, for example, Justice Beaver, I've seen him get badly rugged like 5 times in one stream. And same with Mosh. But we know with Mosh, he just like had the most unbelievable summon almost ever this week.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't really know about the parameters. I'm pretty open.
Because
it doesn't even have to be summons, you know, it can also be something else. Like if you put, I don't know, 300,000 tickets into a big raffle and you didn't win, then show us.
Yeah. So definitely guys like both Justice Beaver, especially probably Justice Beaver, man. I saw him get rugged so many times on some of his streams. And I know, like, your heart is to help people in the game that don't have a ton of money, right?
Absolutely, yeah, of course. I mean, the idea is not to give these crystals away to the whales, rather to the smaller players.
Give them away to whales. I know.
So I assume, you know, that the ones who participate, that they feel like they're in that group, and I'm just gonna trust that, you know. I'm not.
Yes. So I think the Beeve, I know that he is like one of your most hardcore guys in the game. He doesn't own a Gen Zero. But he just like makes do with what he can, and doesn't have a ton of money. Like even for him getting to Miami was like a prayer answered type thing, I think. I would love for the Beeve, and maybe I'll save this spin for another time. The Beeve is one I would say, and maybe even Mosh. I feel like we should give one to the Beeve.
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to give. You know, I have some to give away, so I'm happy to do that.
Right off the top of my head, the Beeve, and are we talking? Did you say greater stones or greater crystals?
Crystals.
Crystals.
Yeah, greater crystals. I might throw in, you know, a few regular stones. I'm not sure yet. Actually, tonight the Duel Season 2 rewards should, Duel Season 1 rewards should drop, right? So I might also add in some of that stuff. Maybe I will, maybe I will also give away a Greater Chaos Stone at some point.
Okay. Yeah, see the stones, here's what it really hit me this week. Here's a bit more alpha. Okay. And I better buy another one before I drop this. So these guys right here. So first of all, the stones, everyone should always use a stone when summoning. Even if you're summoning just specifically to sell, at least use a lesser chaos stone, because by the time that hero levels up to level 100, that is equivalent to approximately having used 35 crystals. When you talk about the stats and the percentages gained over 100 per 100 levels, it's about equal to like 30 to 35 lesser crystals. So that's a no-brainer. Also, the regular stones and greater stones are like phenomenal as far as same thing, but just on steroids. And then as far as crystals go, this greater attunement crystal is the only crystal that actually gives you 2 automatic random stats. And to those 2 random stats, you also get, to each one of them, you get 1% to primary growth stat on each stat, and 2%, so that's a total of 6%, given to those stats over the span of that hero's life. Those should be the most valuable crystals, but they're not, right? So what I've been doing is I've been jumping in and buying some periodically. Like as I realized, because I won a bunch from the tiers, like I would use the tiers, but it didn't help you for a while. And so I had a big airdrop of like 60. And I realized, like, man, so that was something I meant to mention also, which I probably shouldn't mention because I want to keep buying them. But people are going to be like, yeah, I was buying them for, let's see, this is just another rabbit trail. Sorry, Keraket. But Justice Beaver.
That's fine. I totally agree. I also
Yeah,
feel like they will increase in value at some point because
right.
they were totally inflating the market because of these airdrops, and I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that the longer, the more valuable they will be. As long
right.
as they don't do like more airdrops like this.
Yes. Yes. I desperately want to get Aphex on this channel. I've been wanting to for a long time. We are like brothers also. And for the first time, for about 5 or 3 minutes, I was on Boxside Chats with him briefly today. Got to see his good looking self. All right. So, Beef, you're the first winner declared. Anyone in the comments, shout out. My wheels have been spinning on who's another good winner. Who's another person that is really gung-ho in the game, but is not a whale, and hasn't had any good fortune come their way, because still the greater crystals are valuable. And so you sell those also on the Degen dungeon.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you could either sell it or use it. I've been using mine because it's always such a pain in the ass to get in there and try and sell that stuff. But what do you normally sell a greater crystal for, would you say?
It depends a lot. It almost changes on a daily basis. Right now, like except for might and vigor crystals, they go for like 75 crystal.
Okay, they're
One
still
one
going for
greater
that.
crystal. And the might and vigor ones like 100 to 120 crystal.
Yes. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, that's huge. You actually get that. Someone actually pays you for that.
Absolutely, yes. Most people even pay in bulk, Most people who buy
Right.
those crystals buy like 10 or 20 or
Wow.
whatever of different
So
kinds.
big whales that they probably already use a greater attunement, and so you can only use it once on a hero per hero. And so now they're using, and it's for their super jacked up mega heroes. That
Yes,
they're
I
really
mean,
trying to juice
I
up
don't really
PvP.
know what heroes they use them for, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there are definitely a lot of people who buy them.
Mm-hmm. So I just thought of two more winners. We've got two more winners. Justice Beaver is our first winner. The Beeve, About Life, the second winner. And the third winner is Rock, baby. Rock 808.
Yeah, I like that. He's doing
Yeah,
so
because
much.
those guys are absolute phenomenal servants to this space. Servants to I mean, those guys grind and grind. You've got About Life podcast grinding, making all these videos. We need to love on them some more, and we need to recognize as a community their strengths and what they offer. So About Life podcast already is becoming pretty advanced in the game, I would say. And he brings a whole different dynamic from what any other YouTuber will bring on DeFi Kingdoms. He's really fun and entertaining to listen to. I'm laughing just the way he talks. I'm laughing the whole time. Yes, all dope community members, baby. Mosh might be another one.
Sure. So the people who were chosen, please just DM me your address in Discord.
Okay.
Also Keraket, the Discord of DFK. You should find me.
So Keraket. So how do you find people if you're trying to find somebody? Like, let's say I find
I
somebody.
go to search on the right side on the top. There it says search. Right side.
Okay. Yeah, but
Yeah,
see,
there. You
be a
just
friend.
go for Keraket.
You already have to be a friend, right?
Sorry?
You already have to be your friend on Discord.
No,
No?
this was the case earlier for me, but I did remove that restriction so people could DM me.
Okay, so you just search KAR. Is it A? Or no,
Kera. Yeah, it's
A.
super weird in English somehow. I mean, I was playing World of Warcraft in the German community, so there most people just called me Kera, which is working well in German, but not so much in English.
Yes. So yes, the Beeve, you're the first winner. The second winner is About Life podcast. Okay, the third winner is Rock. And people are not, I think a lot of people obviously appreciate him that are like his faithful people watching his channel, but he brings such a dynamic to this project that I don't think people realize yet. So I'm thinking a year or two ahead. Okay. The potential blessing that they are to the project is a lot bigger than what we know. And so The Rock, he does so much streaming, like it's insane. No one knows how he does it. He has been taking a little break. He was sick. And the way he's wired is really ideal for what he's doing. And I'll explain more on another time. But he is a gem. And let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and make. How many do you have to give away?
It depends on how many winners we will have, and
Okay.
I might give them away tomorrow, just once I receive all the rewards, because then I better understand, what I'm gonna give away. Right now, I have 35 greater crystals,
Sure.
some regular stones.
And you only wanted to give
And
away a few, right?
I'm
You didn't
gonna give away a few, yes, to each person.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also ask the ones who get some, what they prefer.
Okay. So we got 3 winners, and I'm thinking maybe Mosh too, which is Justice Beaver's twin brother. Those guys have, like, even tonight, Aphex, who's in the house, said it was largely due to Justice Beaver and Mosh that helped him get back into the game. He gave up on the game and then he got back into it. And I know those guys are not by any stretch whales. They have made it to where they are by being super crafty, buying and selling, pets. They'll hatch a good pet and then sell it and then get more eggs to hatch more pets, to get more. It's like, oh, I love it. I can't wait to have Aphex on this channel. And Aphex, man, he's got a huge YouTube channel with like 17 or 18,000 followers already. Would love to. This guy's got a good voice too, for if he could start doing the game.
Yeah, he's
Starbuck
awesome.
won a Gen 0. So Starbuck won a Gen 0. I would have definitely said Zabu, but Zabu won a pure breed freaking Gen 0, a pure Legionnaire. Beautiful, even though he wanted a scholar. So he was a little salty on that. But the man won a pure Legionnaire. That is like gold. Okay. So, and I could, there's other people like Mystical Meows, who are, I know, far, far from Wales, or people like the bunny girl. Who doesn't have a ton of money, isn't a whale, but is super into the game. Is that kind of your heart?
Yeah, please. I'm
people like that. And
the more the better, I can distribute that stuff a little bit better if there are more people. And we can also do something like, if there are people, that summon during this current summoning event throughout the next weeks and don't summon like, hundreds of times and they get rocked. Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Mosh and Justice Beaver have never won a Gen 0 raffle. And that was specifically why I had them in mind, because, and I knew how tight they were to even make it out to Miami, but they came anyways. So those are perfect candidates there. Hey, Ryan is the bomb. I'll tell you what, Ryan. I'm trying to think of someone.
So the beef, my Discord name is Keraket, as you write it, without the S at the end.
Okay.
You should find me.
Yeah, and it's in the title of the video. I'll put it in the chat here. So, About Life Podcast, if you're still in here. Okay, that's how you spell his name. And if you just search him, he's saying that it will come up even if you're not friends. Now, I think another way to find people is just to like do the @ symbol and search them like in DeFi Kingdoms or something, maybe. Would that, if you're not?
Yes, right. You could also start to write a message, I think, and then just add the @ character.
Yeah. Okay.
And there is a lot of stuff from myself in Degen Dungeon posted regularly, also today. So I think you should
go in there and find them and then connect that way. I know there's others out there. I love it. I love these guys.
Yeah, we can do another giveaway stream in a week or so, if you like.
So we could have more time,
because I have to get to my fiat job.
Oh yeah. How much time do we have? What time is it? I'm the time warp.
I have about 7 minutes left before I have to hop into my morning meeting with my team.
Yeah. Zabu, I definitely would have picked you, but you won that Gen 0. Okay. Zabu had 4 tickets. Oh, that's right. About Life did win. I didn't think of that one. About Life Podcast won a legendary Gen 0 with 6 tickets.
Crazy.
Isn't that wild? Zabu won with 4. That was amazing. Zabu, everyone follow his channel because he's been putting out some good videos. Okay. Headshot Hero. I didn't know that, Ryan. Okay. Ryan has just been so faithful for so long. Okay. So we'll do maybe another giveaway because part of my debate was how to go about giving these away. I know, right? Sabu. That was so epic. How he won with 4 tickets. And on the dark summoning, did you know that the #1 dark summoner in the whole contest, numero uno, #1, he had like 800 and some tickets, did not win a Gen Zero.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean,
that's
that
kind
had
of
to
terrible.
he probably had that. The chances of him not winning was probably less than 1%, or like even 1%.
But you know what? On the other hand, I feel like if people have the liquidity to summon that many heroes, then I don't feel too bad if they sometimes do not win because they can just buy one. They definitely have the money to just buy one.
Yeah, he's probably already a mega whale, which leads me back to I want to find Gen Zeros that match my Gen Zeros and trade potentially or whatever. So we need to talk more with the community on that, I think. I only have one good pair as far as the abilities. I've got 2 abilities lining up on my wizard and priest. And then someone hit me up really wanting my wizard. I was like, ooh, that one's hard to give away because it's a really good pair. It's not just the 2 abilities. The wizard's pure and like one of the abilities really match up well. It's like 18 or 19%. And then even the abilities that don't match up, it's like 4%. So it's just a pretty great pair. Oh, it's Jakamach. You guys shout out anyone else. Dark Summoning Leader did not win a regular summoning raffle. Oh, a regular. I heard the Dark Summoning Leader didn't win the Dark Summoning raffle, right?
Yeah, I think that's correct. So maybe he won one in the regular summoning raffle.
Yeah. Okay, maybe he
possible.
did win. Right. Oh, he did win. Hello, I just misread that. Dyslexia. Okay, so we've got no time left. Anything else? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, the community is great. I can just I can really say that I've met awesome people in Discord, and yeah, I would love to do more giveaways like this. And I think that's it.
Okay.
Reach out to me if you were one of the chosen ones, and Grady, feel free to choose some more people if you know, like.
Yeah, and so let's because About Life Podcast did win a legendary scholar. let's not give him one and instead give it to Mosh. So Justice Beaver, Mosh, and Rock 808. You guys get a greater crystal. And
yeah, it will be more than one greater crystal, but you will get some stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Even more than a greater crystal. And then we're going to do throughout the next week, we're going to think of, and this will come from the community. I need community members to give shout outs to people like other potential winners that are running through my mind, or Mystical Meows, or Little Bunny, or something like that. Or, even though she's not on the channel a whole lot, but who else? So if the community can think of people who are really into the game, don't have a ton of money, but they do every little thing they can. They're scrounging up their pennies, baby, to play this game. Yes. I love this.
Yes, actually, he's right. You know, we should do more. We should do more giveaways anyway, since it's soon. It's like Christmas time now,
It
so we
is.
should do something like weekly giveaway streams.
I
You
know.
know, I'm
I
totally
really,
up for that.
I should at least do like one hero a week, you know, or something. But what happened was I was planning on giving a whole bunch away, and then I realized how broke I'm becoming fast. And so if we could rewind and I had this channel going back before May drama hit, I would be giving tons away.
Yeah, but you know, that's awesome. We are more people that have the possibility to give stuff away. You don't have to be
Yes.
the only one. I'm sure
Yes.
there are others all the time. Like I won one of the merch things from Christian Peter. I'm Swiss crypto guy, by the way. And I mean, this is awesome.
Oh,
I
wait.
really love people giving
Did you
things
say,
away, and I want to give away too.
okay, did you say you're Swiss crypto guy?
Yes, correct.
That's you.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even put that together. You probably told me.
Yeah, I did, but it's fine.
You probably already told me. And I know you said I'm from Switzerland. You'll say that on the chat a lot.
Yeah, right.
It's always good to see you, man.
Pretty obvious.
It's good. I figured. Okay, and your in-game name is what again? It's something Zen.
Zen attitude.
Zen attitude. I know I've seen that before too.
Yeah.
Fun. All right, guys. Hey,
Cool.
Stronghold did mention Tune Fed. That might be another potential winner. Okay, so we'll get you back on next week. You go. You got to get a breakaway. You've got a job.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, everyone. Please reach out for the giveaways, and we will do another one. And thanks a lot again to Christian for this merch giveaway. Absolutely awesome.
Christmas to the Kingdom, says Christian Peter. Okay. Yeah, he's Swiss crypto guy. Okay, I'm gonna stay on the channel a little bit longer. I'm gonna stay on. You have a good day at work.
Thanks a lot.
Next week we'll do it again. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.
All right. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, how about that? Huh? So we've got the Beeve, we've got Mosh. So the Mythic Squad, those two guys, baby. Oh yeah, Blue, man. Blue is awesome. So is Blue not a whale? Is she? I know Blue is like, she's pretty deep in, like, into the game big time. So Blue would, yeah, she's really awesome, hilarious. Blue 2 or 3 times we scheduled for her to come on the channel, and then it just didn't happen. It's both of our faults. It wasn't all my fault, even though largely my fault, but she said she had stuff come up too. Yeah. Okay, so is Blue not a whale? Is she? I love how Born to Die said that. Yeah, Tune Fed, if he's not a whale, Tune Fed is like one of the most awesome dudes right there. So he would definitely be one to consider. Okay, love you, Christian. Love you, man. So the alpha that was dropped today, phenomenal. That stream, I need to watch it some more. Like, I'm not done watching it. Yeah, Blue is really awesome, for real. Oh, hey, Kevin, baby. You re-rolled a level 11 Gen 0 Priest to a pure Legionnaire subclass Gardener. Good wizard pair for gardening. Oh, that's cool. Because the Legionnaire, I'm surprised Expert hasn't updated his website, because he's actually done the work on these, on the infographics. But he hasn't updated them, huh? No, he sure hasn't. Did he update this one? No. I need to look at the Legionnaire. He must be good on Vitality. Legionnaire is a monster miner, absolute monster miner. He's just barely below the Paladin now. He's ahead of the Dragoon. He's a better miner than the Dragoon, which is like, dang, I love it. Yes, the man, Swiss crypto guy, still working, still watching while he's working. I love it, man. So let's talk more, a little bit more, a few more thoughts. So circling back around to, let's get a little music going, baby. Okay. Let's talk a little bit more on strategy. Okay. The more I keep thinking about this, like we've already missed the dump, right? Or I should say, missed the dump. So my game plan was, I had anticipated, I didn't know how high the Jade would go. I thought it would go maybe up above even 50 cents. And I didn't know that Crystal would dump so hard. So that's a touch concerning, you know, that there's not more people jumping in, you know, like I'm not totally surprised Crystal dumped so hard because there's no incentive right now for the Crystal, except now there's big incentives. So people like Mosh and Justice Beaver have been doing lots of summoning because it's cheap, baby, cheap to summon, you know. So anyone that wants to go on a binge like I did, trying to get transcendent abilities, it's a great time to do that. Okay, to get your awesome heroes that you're trying to go for. But then you have to be thinking while you're doing that, you just spend a little bit more. It's still cheap. It's not like Jade is still relatively not, it's not like it's crazy. Okay. So you could be doing that for Gen Zero. So that's always my debate. And I always end up saying, nah, I'd rather just spend the extra to get the raffle tickets. Right? That's always my thought. Now hatching eggs. So we've seen the value of eggs go up. At least blue and gray eggs have totally jumped, like a decent little amount. Maybe not relatively because Jewel is down a little bit, but not down as much as they've gone up. So they're definitely up. So I've actually been selling my blue and gray eggs, and I already was selling some of them when it was like 4 Jewel, 4.5 Jewel. Now it's like 6 or 7 Jewel for those eggs. Kind of, okay. Yeah, baby. Swiss crypto guy, shout out. You know what? You know what just hit me too? Something just, was it Link? Who was it? Link, was that you? I totally forgot about this. Let me look. Oh, this has been sitting here. Holy smokes. This is a giveaway. Let's just do this now. Wow. A rare fishing pirate 10 out of 10. I think this is courtesy of Link, who's already done one giveaway. Okay. All right. And Link also gave me, I think it was like 250 Jewel. That was when Jewel was probably pushing 30 cents when we went to Miami to pay for our lunch and stuff. He said to pay for lunch, like to pay for a lunch, but that was like, no, that was a lot more than a lunch. So, okay. So let's roll this one. Let's do this now before I forget. This has literally been sitting on my account probably for close to a week. Okay. And I just wanted to make sure a lot of these people I haven't seen as much recently. Okay. Who else do I need to add? I've got Chris and Peter. I know I've got And you know what? I still have a hero to give away. There's one hero, one person, Mara Valiant, never claimed her hero that he or she won. MARAVILLAENT. Never claimed that hero. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Zelf is in here. Dewey War. A lot of these guys I haven't seen in a while. Robin Hood, baby. He got a job. He's working. He was really trying to work on some stuff. iOS Code, baby. Sir Worm. And I did have some names in here twice. Tony Travels. Yep, Kristen Peter. Crypto Kong, baby. He's just phenomenal guy in the ecosystem. Okay, Binge Gaming. Hey, I don't think you're in here. Let's make sure we add you. Yeah, baby. Yeah, Jakamach is in there twice. All right. BENGE Gaming. All right. Who else? Let's make sure. Zabu, I'm almost sure is in here. Let's make sure. Born to Die 007. We got 7T1 Mookie. J-Dub. iOS Code. Travisio. Yeah. Hey, I love it. Binge Gaming, baby. And I do recognize your name. Hey, I'm pretty sure Beeve. I've got Beeve and Mosh in here, right? Lucky Duck, baby. Always, yep, there's Zabu. Beeve and Mosh better be in here. Maybe this goes that far back. Wow, I don't see you guys. Beeve, DFK, Mosh, baby. You guys are in. All right, baby. Oh yeah, Ryan, you definitely got to be in there. Everyone comes out of the woodwork. Yes, for the giveaways. Oh, I'm still gonna do a giveaway like I did last time, where I gave away, what was it, 17 heroes, and some of them were pretty good, advanced abilities. Now, Ryan, are there two Ryans? And Aphex better be in here. Tad, baby. Wow, Aphex isn't in here. Crazy. Born to Die, you're in, baby. How do you spell it? APHECTZ. Eric's here, better be in here, but let's see. Sparko. Right? Yeah, Dewey War. I think you're in, right? Or did you already win? I think I pulled the people. Yeah, Dewey War won. I did pull the people out of this one that already won. Okay. Sparko. Let's make sure you. Sporko. And then I'll do another. Then I'll do another one where everyone else can get back in if you've already won. Okay. Yeah, so we got Sparko. We got Mosh, Aphex, Beeve, Binge Gaming. I got you in. Yep. Dewey War already won. So Biscal Meows was another one that already won. Eric's here. Did you already win? Be Easy. Oh, J-Dub already won. Yeah, I'll pull him out. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Zabu. You didn't win, did you? Oh, Aphex already won. That's why he's not on there. Right? Aphex already won. Okay. Bravo's Lab, John Nugent, Game Breaker, The Trade Room, Jayville, baby. I still need to do that video with Jayville. Yeah, Josh got his. Yeah, Link. He's the one providing this hero. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? I'm about to spin this thing, and I'm sure I've forgotten to add somebody. Oh, Zabu. Fishy Foods. I thought Fishy Foods and Eric's here was the same guy, but I guess not. I think Fishy Foods' name is Eric, though. But two different people. Okay. Yeah, Zabu, why aren't you on here? That's wild. Vibes, baby. Okay. And comment if you're watching this after the fact. Be sure to comment and I'll add you. Oh, yeah, full meditation, baby. All right, we're adding Zabu. Okay. All right. Anyone else? No one's hollering. All right. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Here. Just making sure I see a few names that I thought maybe already won, but maybe not. Guess not. Okay. Here we go. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Is there a sound thing that I need to turn on? Gotta get the wow! Okay. Turtle Meme Lover. I have not seen him in a while. That's wild. Okay. Turtle Meme Lover. Be sure to blow me up. Blow up the channel. Find me on Discord. Yeah. Has anyone heard from Turtle in a while? Oh, shoot, Ryan. You better be on here. Or did you already win? Maybe Ryan already won. Why didn't you holler, Ryan? Unless you already won. Yeah, baby. Okay. So I'm writing this down. Turtle, blow me up. I'm going to start questing this guy. Turtle Meme Lover. And you just won, Turtle. You better hit me up, man. Otherwise, I'm going to re-spin this guy like fairly soon. Okay. You already won one. Got it, Ryan. For some reason, I didn't see it written down. Okay. So, and I'm still fully planning on doing a big giveaway. All right. So, Turtle, if you don't get with me within the next few days, I'm going to respin that. All right. So Hope Turtle, does anyone even know who that is? It's been a while. Okay, and he's a Gen 1 10 out of 10 rare pirate fisher, baby. So I'm going to send him to another wallet to quest him like a fool. Okay, there's a few other things we could talk about that I was wanting to chat a little further about. Strategy, game plan. Hey, Eric's here, likes turtles. All right. Okay. Let's get this guy sent real quick before I forget about him. That way I can at least start questing him, getting him some XP going, baby, for whoever wins. All right. Okay. So it's hard to know what the hell Crystal's going to, or Jade is going to do. So if you're staying out of Jade, like a lot of smart people like Keraket, crypto Swiss guy, Swiss crypto guy, Brown Gent, stayed completely out of Jade. Very smart. But I wanted to dabble in some Jade. I wanted to first front run it and buy it early, and then was maybe going to sell it if it was really going to go to the moon. I wasn't sure if it was going to the moon or not. So I did think it would go higher than it went. But I also I knew that Jade would have the best rewards in the pools because everyone would be leery of going too heavy in Jade. And I didn't go super heavy in Jade, but heavy enough, like, and so okay. And then I thought because of the events happening that we would see it probably, and because of the APRs in the pools, I didn't think it, I was expecting, if you watched on Saturday, a dump leading up to 5-6 days in. I didn't expect it to dump quite that hard. It just didn't make sense. Didn't make sense that it dumped down to 20 cents, even for a hot second, down below 20 cents. So when I saw that, I immediately scrambled to get some cash into the game to buy some more, and went into a whole different wallet so I can have more miners working for the locked Jade, because when you have a ton of locked Jade, after you hit a certain amount, you don't need to keep adding to your locked Jade. So if you're going to add more liquidity, you might as well do it in a different pool so you can build up another wallet with lots of locked Jade. That way you can spread out your gardeners and miners to unlock the Jade. So when I saw it dump down that low, I'm like, hey, I know it's probably going to jump back up at least a little bit from 20 cents. So that's what I did. I went back in, and then fortunately right away, as soon as I did it, in fact, as I was buying it, it was already up, getting close to 21 cents. So just the amount of time it took me to get a little bit more change into the game, I pulled it out of some of my stable coin liquidity that I had going on Animal Farm. That's basically money that I'm going to use to live on. Okay. Degen Psycho here. And so to buy it when it was at 20 cents. So then my thoughts are, as long as it's staying below, I kind of had in my mind 25 cents ish. As long as it's staying in that region, to just as in the pools, as long as the pools are still at 5,000% interest, you might as well leave it in the pools. making 5,000% interest. It's wild. Let's just double check real quick, and then we'll come back. I love this music. The Zen, baby. Okay. Okay, so it has now dipped below 5,000, but this basically at 5,000% still. Jade and USDT, and that's, so what I've been doing is selling half my Jade. So as I earn from the gardening, I get Jewel and Jade. So with the Jewel that I'm getting, which in some cases is quite a bit, like in the few pools that I have quite a bit of money in, like I put a lot of my Bitcoin and Ethereum and Avalanche into the Jewel Bitcoin pools, Jewel, Avalanche, Jewel, Clayton, Jewel, Ethereum. Okay, but those aren't earning as much interest. But my gardeners, like sometimes I'll get like 5-6 Jewel, 5-6 Jade. So all the Jewel that I earn, so I earn a bunch of Jade from my miners, from the gardens. Okay, I'll send it all in from the gardeners. I'll send all my Jewel and Jade to a wallet that I'm kind of building up, some locked Jade that I don't have a ton of locked Jade on. And I'll sell the right amount of Jade and not sell any Jewel. So I'm not selling any of the Jewel. And also, I'm a little bit in the jeweler, not earning a ton, but I probably should look. So I keep forgetting to claim my Jewel. I'm probably in the jewelers. Yeah, see, I say I keep forgetting. I've been like in the game 24/7, doing like with all the different strategies. It's eating up all my time. So, hey, I did summon a shapeshifter with my very first summon I ever did with the berserker that I traded with 3 wolves. I did get my very first one. I rented out a summon with a seer that had some stats, you know, abilities lining up. And I did hit a shapeshifter common though. I don't even check if the advanced abilities hit anymore. Yeah, so on I did have one reroll that I had my archer, legendary archer, come back pure, baby. And it came back more than just the recessive 1 pure. The recessive 3 was also an archer. Kind of like the brown gent had his recessive 1 and 2. Recessive 1 and 2 legendary archer, same thing. Came back. So it was like right at the same time too. We're hitting each other up. And so he did his, and then I went right after the brown. Oh, and I'm getting on the brown gent tomorrow. That's right. I think we're even going live, maybe. Brown gent and I tomorrow. Talking about all this stuff going on. Okay. So let's go back to the Zen, baby. Oops. So, okay. So I want to dump my Jade at some point, but not if it's this low, because I do want to do some summoning. I'm not going to go crazy with it, I don't think, because really what I want to do is find, now that I've got this berserker that I don't have a match for at all, I either want to sell the berserker probably, because it's such a pain in the ass to rent it out, even though DFK, there's another thing where DFK Helper comes in. Zelf, baby. Okay, so I think it's like 6,000 or 6,500, maybe 6,900. That's the max number of locked Jade or locked crystal you need. Okay, then at one point I thought it was 10,000, but then I think they lowered it to like 65 or 6,900 to where once you go over that number, it doesn't help you to have more locked jade, you get, that's how you can max out your bonus of getting 10 to get your 10 jade bonus. But it does still help your miners get more. So like my miners, I think I do have all my level 10 miners here, but it seems like every time I claim, even now that I'm up over 21,000 locked jade here, every time I claim and keep adding to that locked jade, it seems like my miner, well, maybe not. Like your miner's max rate, maybe not. So maybe it doesn't make any difference. Jeremy King, hey man. Okay. So that Swift Thistle pumped, they took it out of the vendor. The Swift Thistle is no longer in the vendor on Crystalvale because now we can quest and get it. But questing is expensive on Serendale. So I don't have fishers, any fishers there. And I only have the minimum amount of gardeners and miners that I need to mine the locked jewel. No gold mining, and only the minimum amount of gardeners I need for the actual pools that I'm in. Now I do have a little gold mining going just because it's good to get your experience going and get some. I did get a golden egg or two. Those are always hard to get. I guess maybe like I sometimes will just leave a few extra miners on and gold mine, but I'm doing all that manually because now that if DFK Helper is working. So the trick with Helper was you got to go to the advanced tab and click on the region enabled. That was the only thing I wasn't doing. Okay. So the Swift Thistle, man, was pumping. We've got, okay, and the items were looking pretty good today earlier. Let's refresh this again. So I was certainly selling off a bunch of items today. Look at some of it's really up. The trade, yeah, the Crystalvale shimmer skin is way up and stuff. So now's a good time to be selling your items. Looks like, yeah, rock root, man, is way up. It's also a good time to be hatching eggs. That's another, because crystal's so low. Great time to be hatching eggs. I'm selling off my blue and gray eggs, but I did hatch a couple few also. So I'm, like I've been discussing, I'm kind of at a place where I would be aping into hatching eggs right now, buying eggs. I'd be aping into liquidity, but I'm broke. I'm going broke. So I need to start. And so I've been selling more. I've been renting my summons for Gen Zeros, some, but I also want to get at least have a decent amount of raffle tickets in there for the summoning raffle. So sometimes, especially on my cheaper Gen Zeros, like the ones I've re-rolled, you know, that it's real cheap to summon. I've been summoning those usually. As long as I have the pair, like my Legionnaire, I can't rent out my Legionnaire. Okay, if you look, there's like tons of Legionnaires available to rent, but hard, like 1 or 2 scholars. It's like, so the floor rental for Legionnaires is something like 40 or 45 or 50 jade, whereas the floor for scholars is like 90. It's like I can't ever rent it out, find a good rental for it. So I just haven't been much. I did a couple summons with it maybe. The rest of the time it's just sitting there not renting out basically. And I keep lowering the price. That's how that goes for me. Anyways, that's my experience. Any tips on how to get the Gardens LP window to open? Cannot claim my Gardens rewards because window doesn't load. Okay, are you on your phone or an old computer? Because you should be able to just come right into your gardens, Jacamach, baby. Click view harvest and claim. Look at this. I mean, I didn't claim this that long ago. Oh man. So I'm just like getting thousands a day still. That easy right there. Jacamach. So sometimes if you've got an old phone, especially, MetaMask has been a nightmare. And it just drains my battery on my cell phone and it overheats. So I would always get these ice packs. When I was manually questing all my heroes all day, every day, I would have 3 ice packs that I was cycling through all day, every day. Now, I do that every once in a while here this week, a couple times. Okay. So is your PC old and getting like bogged down? Sometimes, like the other day even, I was on here and it just wouldn't load because my computer is like getting full and my bots were running and my computer's getting full on like the RAM and even the ROM is getting full. And so sometimes it just doesn't want to load on my computer, which that never hardly ever happens. I think I restarted the computer the other day. Okay. Yeah, clear cookies sometimes. Yes. Oh, that's another thing. I wonder if the fees are better doing the Pocket. I need to add the Pocket network. That was another thing I wanted to do because in the past, like on Harmony, when I first added the Pocket network, wow, was that a game changer. That was such a huge game changer. And the team in their Discord added the Pocket network. I think it's even in their announcements somewhere up here. And I just need to add it. New NPC, okay. Wasn't it in the announcements adding the Pocket network? I remember seeing it. I thought in their announcements. Maybe. Also, some of the tools, like this new tool where somehow the DEX, I think there's a DEX that's helping to help you buy Jewel. When you go to buy Jewel, you buy it at the cheapest price. Okay. I do. Okay, Eric. I thought I was here, but I'll do what Eric just said. Okay, do it where? Like here, I can't comment. These commands, this command. Exclamation mark Clayton dash pocket. Where do I do that command? Do I do it in the search? Okay, you sent me a screenshot. Don't do a screenshot because I can't copy and paste. Let's see. I remember I almost did it one day. Okay. So this exclamation mark Clayton dash POKT. Where do I do that? Enter. Okay, here it is. Here it is, baby. I guess you can just do that like in the general chat. Okay. So copy, and then you come here. Where do we go? We go settings somewhere. Settings. Networks. Add a network. Add a network. Add one manually. Okay. So the Clayton Pocket RPC. Network name is Clayton Mainnet. I think this might help on the fees, guys. Oh. It's actually Clayton Mainnet. Oh. My other one's called Clayton Mainnet. Can I add? Does it have to? Can I say? Can I add that? Okay. See if that works. Here's the URL. And then 8217. Chain ID is 8217. And Clay, and then the block explorer. I hope I don't mess up the network name by adding Pocket. And it's Clay, Klay. All right, let's see if this is okay. Malicious network provider can lie. Okay, I think we're good here, right? Where did I, hang on, let me double check. You got to be careful here. Let's just try this. If I do it in the general chat, copy, paste. Do you just hit enter? No? Huh. How do I know this isn't some scammer guy? Is Swifty trustworthy? Man, this is annoying. All these weirdo commands. Yeah, I'm sure a moderator would have caught that, right? Clay, Sarandale support. Okay. I'm sure we're good here. Oh, is it fast? Is it working? Nice. Okay. Well, let's add it. Save. Okay. And it let me add the pocket. Now let's just do a transaction real quick and make sure it's working. In this little amount of time, we already gained that many jade. Hey, and that might actually be a little cheaper. It's still not cheap, okay, on this. Yeah, you know, I have noticed that on my phone and things, it does seem like the Clayton blockchain is faster. Like even the API response time. Now there it wasn't super fast, but seems like when I'm questing and things. So, man, that Swift thistle is killing it. I'll tell you what. Actually, I'll go ahead and start. So I'm manually doing all this. So I need to get Helper going. And I'm sure Carlo, let's check on Carlo real quick. And another weird thing is they don't do 30 stamina. What's going on there? So I'm sure that'll come. Like with gardening and mining, you can do 30 stamina, but not with fishing and foraging. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. That's interesting. I'm sure that'll be fixed soon. Yeah, this is working. Okay. Oh, the fees are cheaper. So this is 0.24 clay. If it wasn't on the other network, it's like 0.29 clay, which is for one, 6-person quest. That's to collect. That's not plus to send. Okay, so that adds up fast, especially if you got a ton of heroes. Yeah, the stam pots, right? So I want to stam pot some of my Gen Zeros up and go ahead and I've got a few more to or a couple more to re-roll, my Berserker and Seer. And so with Jade, yeah, so I also want to buy, like, look at this. These are all level 10s. This might have only gone 4 times, but man, that's not super successful. Now these went 5 times. I think those just went 4 quest attempts. This is 5 quest attempts. And I'm not getting a whole lot of Swift Thistle. It's kind of crazy, I've noticed. So look at that. 0 for 2 on level 10 hero, or in 11 and 12 level heroes. Like monster foragers. Striking out. All right. Let's check the tavern also, because the Gen Zeros have been all over the place to buy. And I want, let's just say, or actually I should just be on DFK and find a match. Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms, baby. That was another alpha drop today. Hey, it's dumping back down some. Okay, it's dumped down like a penny since I came in here tonight. Yeah, Zabu, right? Okay, so check this out. If you guys haven't already seen, baby, Neindorf actually added the abilities into the ability names. So Boxside Chats was talking tonight about what did I just do? Back to meditation. No. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Wrong account. So Boxside Chats was talking about this changes, like we already know, now we know the names of each ability, like basics 1 through 8, the 4 advanced abilities, the 2 elite abilities, and the transcendent abilities. So one thing that's interesting is there's no difference. Another nugget that I got today, no difference between Advanced 1 and Advanced 2. Like Starbuck got me thinking too that getting the advanced abilities, you want Advanced 1 will probably be better than Advanced 2, or maybe that was like our thought, and then Passive 1 will be better than Passive 2. Advanced 1 and 2 are the same, exact same, and Passive 1 and 2 are the exact same. So it doesn't make any difference between that. So that was a touch bit of alpha. Okay, and so I still got to re-roll this guy. I want to stamp pot these guys up. Okay, here's my Legionnaire, 167. Okay. So yeah, let's come back to the meditation circle. Okay. So you go 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 6, 7. We want to find I love this, what Nine Dwarf did. Like, he literally did it while he was on the stream. He was knocking this out. Okay, we want to find a scholar. And I want to look at for sale right now for a sec. But I'm also going to look for a rent because I have mine up for rent and it hasn't rented, I'm sure. Let me check. I did for sale. And, oh, Gen 0. All right. Let's look at this. There's only 2. Wow. 20,000 and 15,000. They don't line up. I got a Legionnaire, not pure at all. Nothing's pure. So the other day I saw, I mean, it was tempting, man. I saw, like when Jade was at like 39 cents or something, I saw a couple for like 8,000. Ooh, and it was tempting. But I just want at least like 2 abilities to line up. It'd be nice if the subclass lined up. Right? You'd get the bards. And then also, real quick, I'll look for rent. Okay. So one thought I had was when I find a good Gen 0 to buy, I might pull out of the gardens and just buy one. Instead of aping a ton in. But Jewel, I'm just thinking is due to pump, man. It's going to start pumping leading up to the 21st of December, I'm guessing. And Jade is going to dump, but I don't think, how low can Jade go? Will it dump below 20 cents during the summoning event? You know, if it does, it's not going to stay down there long, right? Because everyone's going to get in there and start summoning, right? So it's going to pump it back up. So if it does dump down, let's say it dumps down to like 18 cents, boom, that's when you want to buy. Because until leading up to the end of the summoning event. Okay, now maybe January 1st or 2nd is when we really might start seeing Jade dump. And we'll see it come way, way closer to parity. Crystal and Jade. Leading up to the 7th, which I think January the 7th is when the summoning raffle event ends. Okay. We know it'll happen before the 7th, a big dumping of Jade. Now, I thought that with Crystal too, but it didn't dump down much. I remember thinking like, I kept expecting Crystal to dump. And it did a little bit leading up to the end of the summoning raffle event. Okay, but it didn't a ton. This one is interesting. This scholar to rent, but it's 80 Jade. It's like, so the floor all day has been like this. And of course, when you search Legionnaire, look at this. There's like a zillion. All these are for rent, Legionnaires. Earlier, the scholars got down to 1 available for rent. And so, and this one isn't there. It's like a bug. This one isn't actually there. So 54 is the floor. I think I've got mine like what? Mine's either at 60 or 65. Okay. So that's interesting. Why are there so many Legionnaires and not scholars up for rent? There's so much more. Like I saw Legionnaires earlier at 45 even, because they're just not renting out. So if you've got a scholar you're in a good position because they're a little easier to rent out, and you've got a bigger selection if you just want to summon it and it's not as expensive. So if this one was more like 60 even Jade, I would maybe go ahead and pull the trigger. But even 60 is pushing it for me. I'd rather just not do it right now. Okay, so here's what Neindorf did. When you click on that, check this out, baby. Shout out to Neindorf. We see cleanse, baby. Cleanse and heal. Chatterbox. That was interesting. They were talking about, and the stats unknown. I think I did rent this one out one time. Maybe just because I got so sick of mine not renting out, I just pulled the trigger and did it. But it's not a great pair otherwise. Not a whole lot, but you've got some advanced abilities. I wish he put them here too, like what this advanced 3 is. So I think Neindorf even said he was going to add it here, like what, and actually name these advanced abilities. See, this is pretty good because even decent chances here on your active 2 and passive 1. Plus, yeah, good stuff. That is a pretty good pair. So, like, who has this? This is 63. Yeah, I did. I summoned with this one. But who's going to want to sell, right? They're probably not looking to sell, but it would be nice. To find good matches. So this guy is Yajin. Huh. Who is that? Okay. I haven't gotten a bard. The spell bow is so dope. Is so freaking dope. Let's pull up the sheet real quick that Stronghold posted on his Twitter because it's not on his website yet. Stronghold, baby. He's the bomb. Okay. He's been doing a lot. Let's see. He's been hard at it. Okay. So we got the spell bow. Well, looks like I can't zoom in. Can I open original? No? Okay, guess not. So spell bow, 85 wisdom, 90 dexterity. Or no, 85 intelligence, 90 dexterity. And then he's 60-60 on agility and luck, 60-60 on vitality and wisdom. So he's like an archer that is like a magical archer or something. I don't even know what a spell bow is, but he's got to be my new favorite hero, like for real. And then his strength is his weakest and endurance are his 2 weakest, 85 combined. So 45 endurance, 40 strength, not a great miner, good at everything else. And especially, holy smokes, the foraging. So when you look at this chart, I'm looking at this other stuff too. Okay, so he comes out with 145 HP and 80 mana. So he's a little bit tanky in that he's 145, man. 145 HP right out the gate. So he'll probably be an awesome Fight Club hero. Okay. So check this out. Spellbow's up here, 175. Wish I could zoom in. Huh. Okay. Look at this, man. And this is actually like 3 lines above. And then Spellbow's a solid fisher. He's what? You got Ninja, Thief. The Bard is a solid fisher. The Bard is a solid forager. Okay. So you want foragers to get this mega Spellbow. The Bard is a pretty good gardener. 110. And then the Legionnaire is by a large percentage the worst fisher by far in the game. Look at that. It's 60. There's only 2 heroes that were even at 70 on anything, let alone 60. The Legionnaire is a god-awful fisher. Worst of any in the game. But the Bard is a good fisher. And the Shapeshifter that's his best, right? Is a fisher. Oh, the Bard is a really good fisher. The Bard is 130. That's his best. Okay, right? Yeah. The best for Bard is a fisher, 130. And then he's also 120 forager, 110 gardener, and then 90 miner. He's okay miner. Not great. So what sucks about having like a mining berserker is that the Shapeshifter is a good miner. Where's he? Yeah, he's 120. So he's a good miner. But that's the Spellbow's worst, even though he's not terrible, but he's pretty bad. Miner. But then, yeah, so the Spellbow, it's like, even though having a fishing Legionnaire might be one you want to scoop up, right? Because that's the Bard's best, is a fisher. And also the Spellbow is a solid fisher, 120. Pocket shakes it loose every time. Okay, boom. When you stream this long, I'm going to need to see you snack, fam. Don't forget to feed the beast. I know, I'm hungry. Wow, it's already over 2 hours. Okay, I'm thinking out loud with strategy, right? So even though a Legionnaire is a god-awful fisher, he's not a bad Gen 0 fisher to have, because Bard that's his best thing, is a fisher. And also the Spellbow is a solid fisher. But in having, like, I remember when I got the Berserker Forager, I was like, dang, it's a forager. That's like its worst thing, right? Yeah, the worst class for a Berserker is a forager, but it's like, wait a second, the Spellbow, getting that foraging Spellbow is what you want. So now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, good, I want a Berserker Forager. And I want a Shapeshifter Forager, even though the Shapeshifter, that's his worst, is foraging. He's 95, so it's not bad. But Berserker's only 80 on foraging. And he's 85 on gardening. He's a beast miner. We know that, but you almost don't want a Berserker. And I've got a Legionnaire miner, which is like a monster miner. Okay. But, and the Bard is a good miner, right? Or he's actually not a great miner. So that's the downside of having a Legionnaire or a Berserker miner Gen 0, even though that's awesome. Because they're miners and they're awesome miners. So it's still great, obviously, to have a mining Legionnaire, which is what I got. So, but the awesome thing also about my Legionnaire is that my Recessive 1 and Recessive 2 are foraging, baby. Because we want to get those Bard foragers, and we want to get Shapeshifter foragers, even though they're not great foragers. That's their worst. Shapeshifter's a decent gardener, is a good miner, and a really good fisher. The bard is a really good fisher, and the spellbow is a good fisher. So that's when I was like, oh yeah, having a berserker forager is great. And so if I was looking to buy floors, okay, like a floor legionnaire will likely be a fisher, right? But it's like, and a really expensive Gen 0 legionnaire might be a miner because he's a monster miner. Well, but spellbows and bards are not good miners. So you want to look up, like look further ahead when thinking of buying a Gen 0. So ideally, honestly, I want to find a foraging scholar. And scholars are good foragers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because scholars are 80. Interesting thing, scholar, you kind of reverse a priest with wisdom and intelligence. They're 80 intelligence, 70 wisdom. And so they must be 30 dex also. So let's come back here to the tweet. Okay. I want to look at this again. So scholar is just like, so similar to priest and wizard, except you add 5 to vitality. You split the difference between a priest and wizard, 5 to endurance. So wizard is 50 endurance, a priest is 60 endurance. Scholar is 55 endurance, 55 vitality. Wisdom 70. Okay, so they're 125 gardeners, which is good. And fishers, they're at 50 luck. 50 luck is good. Versus like 40. And then you add 5 more. So he took away, I'm trying to figure out the difference between. So there's a little bit more variation here with the scholar. You got 50 luck, 30 agility, so 80. But their dex is also 30. And then their intelligence is 80, so 110. They're like a wizard and foraging. Identical. But yeah, so having a scholar forager is probably your best Gen 0 class, I would say. Even though they're better gardeners than foragers. Yeah. But gardening, it's good to have a scholar gardener because both the bard and the spellbow are solid gardeners. But I kind of want a foraging scholar Gen 0. What do you guys think? All right. We still got 25 people watch this, like the number's been growing. I love it. Okay. So as I look at these Gen 0s, when you look at the floor, let me just see if anything new. I've been looking all day long, and they're just so, I don't get it. This one's a gardener, which is good with the foraging recessive 1. So if I were to try and buy this one, my chances here to get a foraging bard is at 21%, 39% gardener. Then the miner, man, it's like I was pumped when I saw how good of a legionnaire mining was. but it's actually not good to have. I mean, and I think profession is looked on, is way overrated for all of these. All heroes with profession is overrated, like way drastically overrated. But it matters a lot. The profession is one of the largest, probably your number one indicator when it comes to Gen Zeros. So anytime you look at a floor, you find the floor pirate, and or a floor archer Gen Zero, you always know it's going to be a gardener, almost always. So even though the Dark Knight's a good gardener, everything above it is a good gardener. Nothing wrong with having an archer gardener. But so get that as the floor for sure. And we don't know what the next transcendent class will be, or the next exalted class. That's going to play into, maybe that's a really good miner. Like the Dark Knight's best class, or the Dread Knight, is a miner. So even having like priests and wizard miners, it's okay, because you're eventually trying to climb that ladder and get the Dread Knight miner, right? So having a sage miner is good, even though it's definitely not good, for having the sage as a miner. So anyways, this would be a good Gen Zero pair, man. If I knew who this guy was. This Yajan. Anyone know who that is? Who's Yajan? Who's that? Huh. But he's going to want too much. It's going to want more than I want to pay. I'm almost sure. Okay. So then when I look to buy, hello, okay, for sale. There wasn't any for sale. There's only 2 for sale. Total strikeouts. Gardening, fishing, mining is the floor one. Which is okay to have a fisher, right? Because the Bard's best class is a fisher, and Spellbow's a solid fisher. I just really want to get a foraging one. And even maybe sell my Legionnaire if I need to, and just find a pair to buy. I don't know. So I'm debating when to pull out my Jade. Still, it's already dumped. Is it still dumping? It's dumped almost a full penny since I started the stream. And Jewel is still not pumping. So I'm glad. Like, hold off. So I want to buy some up. And eventually put some in, to try and win the Gen Zero for the jeweler. So I'm thinking out loud. What the heck is Jade gonna do? It did not surprise me at all that it pumped today. Partly due to the market overall pumping, but also just because people are like, whoa, 20 cents was too cheap right now. Because when it's at 20 cents, you might as well try and just do some summons there. All of a sudden buy some up and use it because of the Gen Zero raffle. Especially if you can summon really inexpensively with your reroll Gen Zeros and stuff, and like Gen 1 10 out of 10s, it's 32 Jade, you know, how much money are you saving versus the risk versus reward versus getting raffle tickets. So I don't think until after the new year that we'll see Jade dumping much below 20 cents. If it does, like especially if it gets down below 18 cents, people are just going to be buying it right back up until after the new year. Then leading up to one game plan to have potentially is one potential game plan for sure is you could wait until the last 2 days, last 2 or 3 days, like leading up to the 7th of January to do a bunch of summons, because we'll start to see Jade dumping for sure. How low will it go? I don't know. I thought that with Crystal too, and it did dump a little bit, but not much. I remember being surprised that Crystal wasn't dumping more after the summoning event. Like leading up to it, it dumped a tiny bit, and then it just like stayed there, and then the summoning event ended and it still stayed up. Crystal stayed up. Like, I was like, whoa. And then finally, for a while, and then finally it dumped down to like 14 cents. And then, or no, it kind of stayed up there. It stayed up there. Over 17 cents even. And then somewhere in there, like it started dumping a little more, but for a while it stayed up. But then maybe once they delayed the Clayton launch, around that time, we saw Crystal dump down. Where was it at? 15 cents or something. And then once it actually did launch and we had all this going on, that's really when we saw Crystal dump hard. Yeah, wait for it to dump and then go hard. Sure. So you could wait and save your summons, especially if like your Gen 1 10 out of 10s. You could save those until the last few days of the summoning event, because at some point leading up to the end, we'll likely see Jade dump. But from between now and the new year, it can't get much below 20 cents. So that's even when I was like irresponsibly grabbed $2,000, pumped it in there and bought some Jade and went into the pool some more. The Jade Ethereum and Jade Bitcoin pools, at the time they're the highest interest, still high interest. And it was at like, it even dipped below 20 cents. I was like, nope, it's not going to stay there. Went right back up. And so there's like a lot of sell pressure, but also a lot of buy pressure right now, still happening with Jade. But if it goes below 20 cents, it's not going to stay there that long. Maybe it goes down to like 18 cents or something. But it just wouldn't make sense with the Gen Zero summoning event raffle happening. I don't think it'll stay below 20 cents. If it does, that's your buy target probably, if you want to do a few summons here and there. I wouldn't be aping in. And then after the new year, and also with the interest rates still so dang high, then, and that they are going to drop on Thursday. The rates are going to drop a little bit. Okay. Also, so between now and the new year, I don't imagine it going much below 20 cents. But on Thursday, and between now and Thursday, it is very possible we see it dump back down closer to 20, 22 cents. That's pretty possible. People are going to start doing the game plan of getting out of the gardens, dumping the Jade. That a lot of that will probably happen before 4 p.m. I think around 4 p.m. on Thursday. I think. And that's, I think, when the emissions drop as well, which is so the interest rates drop. So maybe not a bad idea now or tomorrow to get out of those pools, all your Jade pools, except the interest rates are still so dang high. They're like higher than what most people even projected them to be out the gate still. That's what's so amazing. Let's check again. See, this happens. I probably should just wrap up the stream. I love you guys. All right, 2.5 hours. I love you guys. There's actually a lot more I wanted to talk about. Oh, okay, so this has been kind of going down because the total deposited has been going up. But there's still not very much deposited. So people are staying away from these pools because they're scared of Jade dumping. But I'm not that scared of Jade dumping while these Gen Zero raffle is going on. It's not like it's going to dump down to 15 cents or something, because then everyone's just going to buy it up and go start summoning like crazy. I mean, that's not a whole lot of money placed in these for what you're getting reward wise, right? Yes, I can send stones and crystals to Serendale. Totally. You click on inventory real quick too. I want to see these pools are still pretty high too, but look, there's way more liquidity. I mean, so this is still amazing being and that's where I have most of my money is in all the jewel pools. But look at this one, still at 4,900%, only 240,000 deposited though. So that's like crazy APRs still. So it's like hard to get out, but you want to get out before it dumps, obviously. But even if it dumps down to 20 cents, which I think it'll stay there because the interest rates, the APRs are still going to be really high and the summoning event. So that's like your hedge against the risk. And so now if Jade pumped up to 30 cents again or something, I would probably want to sell it then. My game plan was to hopefully sell it at around 30 cents, like around today, like around now. I was planning on getting out. Good night, Beeve. Love you, man. I'm gonna stop too. Really? So when I bridged all this over, not my egg, but I just click on it and bridge, baby. The eggs, there's not much liquidity. If I had more money, I'd be providing liquidity like crazy for everyone and getting some fatty fees. Neindorf also talked about adding the item liquidity. There's a way he can actually add the APR on it. So he's going to do that too. Neindorf, baby, Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms. Raff and Neindorf, baby. So I've done this Jackamach a zillion times. Bridged items, all my stones and crystals, I bridged them all here that you see. Bridged them over. Also, it's a good time to be buying your stones right now because Stone Carver's out, and so I always just buy up a bunch of stones when the Stone Carver's out. I don't even worry about crafting them anymore. I just buy them because several I bought today that were even cheaper than they were crafting. I could buy them on the decks. Yeah, Beeve, I guess he said it's not working. It's been working for me all day. It works. Try clearing MM, and yeah, you can like try clearing whatever. It's probably Jacamach. I bet it's like you've got an old laptop and it's just not going to work well on MetaMask. You got to have a good, solid computer. And I would be real careful using any computers, period, with MetaMask wallet. I don't trust PCs as much as Apple as far as security, like hacking into your computer. And same with Androids. I'm an Apple guy because of the security. But so if you have a regular like laptop, be real careful. And they're just, it's not, unless it's like an awesome badass laptop. It's probably, you want to do it on your phone or something. It's probably the computer, but maybe not. Could be wrong. Could be something else. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to know what to do. So here's the lessons learned. You can try and play the game like I did and jump in and buy some Jade right at first. It backfired on me because I accidentally ended up buying a bunch of Jade. A decent amount I bought at like 65 cents on accident. Jade, I bought at 65 or 75 cents. Yeah, the RPC. Yeah, try the Pocket, the Clay Pocket Network. I think Jacamach did that, RPC. So that burned me because right off the bat, I had some Jewel and some Clay token. I spent the Jewel first try. It would have gone through at like 15 or 16 or 17 cents per Jade. It failed. Then I did it immediately again. I'm just doing it like right away. I mean, the split second. It failed. So then I do it again real quick, and it went through at like 22 cents, first one. Then I did it again, and I think it had gone up to like a little more. So probably already at close to 25 cents at the time. I was trying to do it with my Jewel or something at that point. And it failed. And I'm just like, as fast as I can, I should have increased the slippage. And I did it, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I bought it at like 65 or 70 cents. So that was bad. Not, I was just dollar cost averaging, and I wasn't buying a whole bunch, so it didn't. But it was like a pretty big chunk. So then I waited, and then it dipped all the way back down to 24 cents. Went during Rock Stream. I bought it right at the bottom, perfect time, and then it pumped up to 39 cents. And now it's back down to about where I bought probably most of my Jade. Average buy is probably at 24 cents. So, and then I did buy some at 20 cents. Like $2,000 worth. So that's good. But playing all these games is risky. Or you could have just, and my reward is I've got so much locked Jade. I think I'm getting close to 50,000 locked Jade across 4 accounts. So that's cool. But I'll probably end up losing some money because Jade's going to dump. Most of my liquidity I do have with Jewel. So that's like your risk reward. Yeah, Pocket. Okay, on the DFK chain, yes. I've thought about that too. I don't know how this damn thing works. This code. Oops. These freaking Discord commands. Can we do DFK chain dash pocket or something? DFK chain pocket RPC. Yeah, I mean, this should be good. Here, I can post this in the chat. I'll go ahead and post this in the chat for you. Paste. Okay, add manually in MetaMask, click networks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, DFK chain pocket. Okay. Settings, networks, add a network, add manually. I'm tired. It is bedtime. It's good to get this stuff done. I need to be doing this on my phone. So I'm on my phone more than my computer. Jewel. All right, so there's that. Okay. Phenomenal. What's happening? I cannot believe Jules at 22 cents. I just can't believe it. Like it dumped. I can't believe it. Link, hey, we did your giveaway. Wasn't it you, Link? Was it you that sent that hero? I forgot about it, Link, and then it hit me on stream. And so I did the giveaway for the Gen 1 Pirate 10 out of 10 on this stream. Dude, you are the man. I remember I get so many messages and I had forgotten you sent it. And then it hit me on stream like, wait, Link sent me a hero to give away. And then sure enough, it was just sitting there in my wallet. Okay, you did the monk. Okay, who sent this pirate to me? Maybe it wasn't Link. Link, you got credit for giving me another one. Who the heck was it? Dang it. Who was it? Okay, let's see. I sent it to this account, Heroes, and it's 93. I gotta figure this out. 93. Link, you got all the credit for this pirate. Okay, so this pirate is yours. Yeah, this rare pirate, 10 out of 10. Didn't you send this like a week ago or something? And it hit me out of the blue, out of nowhere on this stream. I was like, oh, and it's just been sitting there the whole time on that account. Not questing, not doing anything. So then I sent it to this other wallet so it can at least start getting some XP. Yeah, was this your pirate? 93820, 10 out of 10 rare fishing pirate, baby. I just need to go back through the chats and double check. Anyways, it's crazy to me, mind-blowing that Jewel dumped down from 30. It went up to like 33 cents, 34 cents for a minute. And it dumped now down to 22 cents. What an opportunity, guys. when we know the Gen 0 raffle giveaway is coming up, like, how does it not pump all the way right on back up to 30 cents? Like, as people are going to go into the jeweler. Unless not nearly as much, I'm guessing, has been locked up in the jeweler, especially up to this point, I'm guessing. Not a ton of Jewel. I'd like to get that alpha. How much Jewel's been locked up? And so I don't anticipate nearly as much. Like last time we had 30 million Jewel get locked up in the jeweler. I don't anticipate nearly that much, but still, that, you know what that means? You just have a better chance to win the Gen Zero. So like that'll almost cause me to put in more than I otherwise would have. Yeah, Pirate Thief Fisher. That's it, baby. So it was Link. I love it. You did it, baby. So Link, the winner, was Turtle Meme Lover. Okay, I did this spin. And I haven't seen Turtle Meme Lover in a long time. So I still am yet to do another giveaway of like a big, massive giveaway of tons of heroes. I just haven't made up my mind. And I should have been doing a little bit at least, but I'm all or nothing, man. I hate to just do one. But we did do yours. Like I didn't want to remember, but Turtle Meme Lover, I don't even remember who that is. Okay. So it's amazing to me, like almost the surest thing. One of the surest things is that Jewel's going to pump. Like soon, right? Isn't Jewel going to pump? People are going to want to win in Gen Zero, right? We're going to go into the pools. We're going to want the power ups and level ups and interest that we get from it anyways, which the interest is down. I haven't claimed at least for a day, at least maybe it's even 2 days. Let's see how this jeweler's doing. Yeah. So this was like a good day, I think, 24 with about 21,000 Jewel. So that is way down, you know, compared to what it was before when the summoning event was happening. Did that not go through? Okay. So it's like, I remember I was getting like several hundred a day at first. And so it is pretty low as well. Like, I don't think the interest is banging that much because not a ton of people are summoning, which is almost another reason to summon to get, because your raffle tickets are going to go a lot further. Right? And not nearly as many people are dumping tons of Jewel in either, which is all the more reason to dump Jewel in, right? To give you a better chance to win the Gen Zero. That's how I think. Like, so it's almost tempting even to rent out this Gen Zero. Just go ahead and spend the money. And I think I did that before. Go ahead and rent this guy and summon him. Okay, 10 to 20% right now in the jeweler. Yeah, that's down, man. Yeah, baby. Mr. Boombaska Line. I don't think you're on the wheel to spin the giveaway. Okay. So it's tempting just because there's not very many summons happening to just go ahead and pay this 80 Jade and summon with this guy. What do you guys think? Let's do it. Get some of those Gen Zero, get some of those raffles going. It's a pretty good match here. He's got the stats unknown also. He's got 2 abilities, like shout out to Neindorf, adding the actual names of the abilities and the actives and passives. Freaking awesome. He's going to add it down here too. I think he's going to add them down here. Yeah, what makes this one especially kind of good is that even the 2 that don't match, you know, has pretty good chances, a little bit elevated above the base. So yeah, dude, the PvP teaser was phenomenal. so much alpha. I'm like dead. I need to end the stream. We've been going forever. But I'll go ahead and do this summon real quick. Why not? Or no, let's see. He's on this one. Okay. Oh, the portal. I can almost guarantee that my Legionnaire did not get rented out, that I had up for hire all day because, oh, he did. He got rented out. I'm sitting here bitching that my guys don't get rented out. Sure enough, he got rented out, baby. All right. I think I had him up for 65. So never mind. Oh, but I could summon the Seer. Okay. So I got these two Berserkers coming. All right, let's take a peek. Let's take a peek at the Seer. I had those Berserkers up for rent for like days. They didn't rent out. And then finally, all of a sudden, I would go to summon with them and boom, it rented out. Same thing happened with like my Wizard or something. All right, let's take a look. See if we can find a match for this Seer. Because my Berserkers don't line up anyways. At all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to stampot this guy. All right. Hey, we got some options, baby. So the alphas at Advanced 1 and Advanced 2 makes no difference. There's no difference between those two. There's just two abilities, like same abilities in those slots. There's no differentiating between Advanced 1 and Advanced 2 or Passive 1 and Passive 2. So what is my Berserker? Or my Seer is a Priest subclass. All right, probably going to go ahead and do this. Iron Skin and Stalwart and Speed and Chatterbox lines up, baby. I love that. Yeah, I can't wait to re-roll these. I hope to get recessives matching up. Okay, so again, we want a forager, and it looks like it's a foraging Zerk. That's good, because ultimately we want to get the Spellbow Forager, baby. So that's actually good, foraging Berserkers. But nothing extra for the Shapeshifter or anything else. Nothing really. And then, okay, this is a little bit better. Not a whole lot, actually, there. The Advanced, or the Stats Unknown, or the Visuals. Okay, so that's one option. Decent option. And this one's a Mining Forager. Let's take a quick peek at that. Deathmark and Iron Skin, lining up with Speed and Critical Aim. I love this. Fearless, Chatterbox, Clutch, Basic 2 is the clutch ability. Basic 1 is duelist. Basic 4 is cleanse. Basic 5 is iron skin. And then basic 3 is heal. Basic 4 is headstrong. Stalwart. Fearless clutch. Fearless clutch. Wait, maybe they are different. Is there a difference? Okay. Okay, no. Heal and heal. Yeah. So the abilities are identical between active 1 and 2 and passive 1 and 2. I'm loving all that. Okay, this has a better chance for a shapeshifter. Nothing much here, a little bit. A gardening mining, which isn't the best, but it's okay. And then a foraging is in there. Yeah, that's because mine has the recessive 1 and 2 is foraging. So the Spellbow Forager. That's why I'm all about getting foraging. All those below the Spellbow having foragers. Okay, nothing too crazy on these advanced. But I think this is what I'm going to go with. The increased chance a little bit there. Increased chance for the shapeshifter. So let's go with this. Let's do it, baby. Here we go. Do I have enough? I might need to go claim. How much? Yeah, I gotta go claim. Gardens. Harvest. All right, that's still not gonna do it. Don't have as much in these. That's weird. Since I changed to the pocket. Let's see if I can go claim my miners. Real quick. Got miners to claim. And gardeners. Even though the gardeners won't do me much. Yes. Oh man, the teaser, if you watched earlier, the teaser was on the AMA where with the archer shooting the blub was the bomb. Freaking awesome. Okay, I'm still not going to have enough jade. Let's send this jade I had over here. This will do it. Dude, Jayville, baby. Was it Jayville? Or there's a few J, but Jayville was going to come on the stream, I think. That has the guild, right? All the names of the skills, yeah, I know, are in there. Isn't that awesome? I love that. You guys. Okay. Oh, breathe. Yeah, the mighty DK. Look at the description. Click on that description, Jayville. Right at the top, baby. Okay, well, I still got to get you on and talk about that. I've just been busy and sick. All right. Whoops. Portal. All right, baby. Okay. Here we go. All right. And so let's check. I also like to align the stone with the blue stat. And so vitality, gardening, priest. Vitality is always the way to go. You can't ever go wrong using a vitality stone. This guy's just a level 1. Interesting. Okay. Vitality stone. All right, 100. Oh man, I still don't have enough. Yeah, that one's a little bit more. All right. This is so nice. Just we can harvest all day long. Oh my gosh, are we gonna do this already? It's just like, I mean, I harvest like 10 times a day and compound and yeah, baby. And so, like, man, this one I came in at like a couple days after, and I'm already up to 9,200 locked jade there. So that's awesome. And this one, I'm all in the Jewel pool. So this is where I put a lot of my Bitcoin, Ethereum with Jewel. And then this is also where I compound into my Jade USDT pool. I've been selling half my USDT or selling half my Jade rewards. And then just boom, create the pool there, compound. Okay. You're killing me, game. Killing me. Loading. This is always how I add the freaking token. Like, add the damn tokens in the wallet, MetaMask. Why do we have to do that? So dumb. All right. Are the heroes pumping, Jayville? Add Jade to freaking MetaMask. Yes. All right. Okay. Going to account 5. Oh yeah, baby. So the heroes have been pumping. Really? We've had hero pumping going on? Tell me more. I want to know more. I'm so dead tired. This is way too long. Like always. I always go way too long. I'm never going to learn. Never going to learn. It's not going to happen. What are you going to do with me, people? All right. Can we finally freaking do this? All right, baby. Here we go. The Reckless Degen. Getting Gen Zero raffle tickets, baby. Because nobody's summoning. There's just not a lot of people are skittish, man. Jade. Everybody got burned so hard. All right. After this, we're going to bed, baby. Oh, I'm dead. And I'm not actually going to bed. I got to catch up with all this. Miners and gardeners. All right. The Chosen Season 3 is out. You can download that app. And it's just a phenomenal TV show, man. Phenomenal freaking TV show. You download the app for free and you can watch it for free. Shout out to the Chosen TV show. Oh, all right. Got a seer. And I've been getting all commons lately. I think I got like an uncommon. All right. So we got a Gardener where the Vitality did line up and Monk in the sub. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Vitality at 24% growth in the subclass. So we'll be using Vitality stones on that bad boy like crazy. And instead of being 50%, it's 55%. That's how you do it right there. Home run on that regard. Let's see if the stats hit. See, only 38 summons, and we're coming up on a week. It's only been 38 summons. That's surprising. Oh, I forgot to put in waivers on my fantasy football. Dang it. And it's the playoffs. Oh, yeah. Paste. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basics. Dang it. But it was cool to hear that basic abilities will still be good. You know? I didn't hit on anything there. Dang it. That's a strikeout. That's a rug, man. So I had an increased chance for the main class. I had a little bit of extra increased chances. And nothing hit in a common. Yeah, fantasy playoffs, baby. The floor is for, well, but Jayville, I wouldn't necessarily say that's pump because Jewel or Crystal is down so much. Like dollar values, value in dollars. That's probably about where they were. Because it was at like 40 and 42 Crystal, and Crystal was what, at 17 cents? Wasn't it? All right, man. I freaking love you guys. I absolutely love you guys, this community. Here's what's nuts. The craziest thing to me is that A, J didn't pump higher than it did, and B, that it dumped so quickly, and then C, especially, this is what's crazy. Almost the surest bet in this whole game is that Jewel's gonna freaking pump to planet Mars. Either the game's gonna fail or Jewel's gonna pump to planet Mars. One of the two. Like, there's no question that Jewel is like not gold. Jewel is like diamonds. So why in the hell has Jewel dumped? The only reason is people like split it to get into the liquidity pools, I guess. But would that have caused a dump like that? Yeah, it's so cool to have the names. I know, baby. Yeah, E1 and E2 might be killer pair. Yeah, really want to try them out. I cannot wait. I've got some double elites, few double elites, and I've got that wizard with all 4 advanced abilities. Stuff like that, man, is going to be so freaking cool. Okay. Yeah, getting this guy out of here to the bot. So I hope Carlo is doing okay. Okay, that's Fight Club. Carlo's dad was like really sick. I hope he's able to update the bots, but I'll be sending stuff to my helper bot for the foragers. All right, guys. So the surest thing within this game, that is if this game succeeds, Jewel is freaking diamonds, not gold. Jewel is sapphire, baby. Jewel is the jewel. The jewel of the ecosystem. And so I'm going to figure out a way to get some more money in a little bit and buy up some more jewel when I get a chance. Yeah, jade is jade. And jewel. So crystal is same price, 17 cents 1 week ago. Heroes were 42 crystal floor a week ago. Yeah, so crystal right now, Jville is like 10 cents. So the value of heroes have actually gone down. They're not pumping. If you think of it in dollar terms of dollars. Yeah, it's like risky business right now, listing heroes and stuff, because stuff's moving all over the place. Like trying to sell a Gen Zero would be stressful. You wake up the next morning and freaking jade dumps or something. Yeah, so hopefully Carlo updates the bots soon. I think his dad is sick. I love you guys. DeFi Kingdoms, freaking dream team, phenomenal, mind-blowing, phenomenal, amazing, high level, high quality, bomb-ass.com mother effers. It's so awesome. We're so lucky, if you ask me, to be in this project. Love it, man. I love it. Jacamach, I freaking love you guys. Crypto, Grady, out. Night, Jville, we'll get you on, man. 22. We're going to be doing more raffles. So I need to get Mr. Boombasta Lime. Need to get you in. And 22. You might be in. Jacamach is in. Need to add you guys. I love you guys. I'm too tired. Love you guys. Crypto Grady out.